All right, let's jump right into a pretty mind-blowing idea, one that's quickly moving from science fiction into actual reality. What if the networks that connect our entire world, the very fabric of our digital lives, could actually learn to manage themselves? And when I say think, I mean really think. We're not just talking about following a simple script. I mean, what if they could understand brand new problems, weigh different options, and make smart decisions all on their own? This is the big question, and it's driving one of the most exciting shifts in technology today.
You see, for years, the big buzzword has been automation, just programming networks to do what we tell them to. But honestly, that's just the beginning. The real revolution, the next giant leap forward, is getting to true autonomy.
Okay, so let's break this down because the difference here is everything. Think of automation like a junior operator with a checklist. If a problem is on the list, great, it gets fixed. But what happens when something new and unexpected pops up? Yeah, they're totally stuck. Now, autonomy, that's a whole different ballgame. It's like having a world-class expert engineer on call 24/7 who doesn't just follow orders, but actually understands why they're doing something and can come up with totally new solutions on the fly. So the big question is, how on earth do you actually build a network that can think like an expert? Well, let's pop the hood and take a look at the key parts of what's called an agentic AI system. It's basically an AI that can actually, do things to reach a goal.
So what are the key ingredients? What do you need to give our digital world the power to reason, to plan, and to act? Well, it turns out it all comes down to a really elegant three-part system where every piece is designed to work together perfectly. And here it is. I love this analogy. First, you need the brain. This is a super specialized AI that speaks the incredibly complex language of telecommunications. Next, you need the hands. These are AI agents that take what the brain knows to figure out what to do. And finally, and this part is absolutely critical, you need a safety net. These are simulation tools that let the AI test out its ideas in a perfect digital copy of the network before it ever touches the real thing.
Okay, so this isn't just some far-off theory. This is happening right now. In fact, NVIDIA just made a huge splash by releasing a brand new open-source toolkit designed to make all of this a reality for everyone. And what they dropped is basically a kit with 3 key pieces. You've got a powerful new large telco model, that's the brain. Then there's a guide for building the AI agents, those are the hands. And then they've included these ready-to-go blueprints that help you put the whole thing together for specific jobs. Let's focus on that brain for a second. The NVIDIA Nemotron LTM. This thing is the real deal. It's a massive AI model that's been trained on just tons and tons of telecom-specific data. So it already speaks the language. It gets the jargon. It understands the complex processes, from finding a fault to planning how to fix it. And when I say it's a powerhouse, I am not kidding. We are talking about a 30 billion parameter model. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's the kind of massive scale you need to even begin to wrap your head around the insane complexity of modern networks. Now, the fact that this is an open model is a really big deal. Here's why. Because it's open source, a telecom company can take this powerful brain and train it even more on their own private data, inside their own secure systems. It means they get all the power of this incredible model, but without ever giving up control or compromising on security. That's huge. And this quote right here, it just nails it. The goal isn't just to build an AI that can follow a list of commands. It's about teaching it to think like a seasoned engineer, to understand the why behind an action, making sure every single fix isn't just going to work, but that it's fundamentally safe. All right, so we've covered the how. Now for the fun part, the why. How is this tech actually being used in the real world right now? Let's check out these blueprints in action. So NVIDIA is kicking things off with 2 starter blueprints. The first one tackles a massive issue for every operator, energy consumption. And the second one dives into the super tricky, super complex world of network configuration. The energy blueprint is just a perfect example of this whole system working together. Check this out. The AI agent can look at all of the network data, come up with a clever plan to save power, and then, here's that safety net again, it tests the whole thing out in a simulation to see how it affects performance. And all of this happens before a single change is made to the live network. Pretty cool, right? And get this, the network configuration blueprint is already being used all over the world. I mean, look at this. In Africa, Cassava Tech is using a system with 3 different agents to watch over things. In Japan, NTT Data is using it to handle those crazy traffic surges after an outage. Even out at sea, Telenor is using it for their 5G network on ships. This isn't a someday technology. This is happening now.
Okay, so let's take a step back. What does this all add up to? Let's zoom out for a second and think about the big picture, what this really means for our connected future.
Here is the key takeaway, the most important point of all. We are standing right at the beginning of a massive fundamental shift. We are moving from an era where networks are completely run by people into a new era of AI-driven infrastructure that can heal itself and optimize itself. And don't just take my word for it. Look at where the money is going. A recent industry report found that for telecom companies, network automation is the #1 spot where they're investing their AI dollars. The industry is all in on this vision, and that means this transformation is about to speed up a lot. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. When the very foundation of our digital world becomes intelligent enough to manage itself, just think about what comes next. What new applications, what new services, what possibilities that we can't even imagine today will we build on top of it all? Now that is an exciting future. Thanks for tuning in.